Hello everyone, welcome to the Kiki London YouTube channel. My name's Amanda. In today's video, we're going to do a gel polish French, going for kind of like a classic look on a short natural nail. It's something I've been needing to practice, so I thought it'd be a good time to do a video on it because it's been a little while since we've just done a regular classic gel polish French. So I'm going to go in and prep my natural nail. I've wiped off over the nail, with some alcohol to sanitize, and then I'm going to start off by doing my cuticle prep. So I always like to go in with the K&S Sofia cuticle tool to begin with. I really like the larger rounded end on this one, especially when you're working on a wider nail bed like a thumb. So I use this first of all to push back all of that living tissue and to start scraping off any dead cuticle that you've got growing up the nail plate. Then I like to switch to the Helsinki cuticle tool. This one is a lot sharper, so you do need to be quite careful with it, but it effortlessly scrapes away that dead cuticle that's growing up the nail plate. And then I really love that when you flip this one round, you've got the angled end, because this is really great for getting down into those side walls as well. Now, I haven't done my nails in a little while, and I do have some damage on my thumbnail from picking off my previous gel polish. So what I'm going to do is, once I've done all my prep, we are going to go in with a rubber base underneath our gel polish, just for a little bit of strength whilst that damage is growing out. Now, this nail has grown pretty long for me. Usually I keep my nails quite short, so I didn't want to trim down too much excess, but it was a little bit wonky where we had a chip in the corner. So I'm going to take my Kiki London file. Now this file is double-sided. It's 100 grit on one side and 180 on the other, and whenever I'm working on the natural nail, I like to use the 180 grit side. So I'm filing the nail in one direction, predominantly going from one side into the center, and then once I've kind of leveled out that shape where we had the little chunk missing, I then just gonna contour and play around with it until I'm happy with the shape that I've got. And I was just going for a simple round today. So then once I am happy with that, I'm going to take a little bit of alcohol sprayed onto my Kiki London dust brush just to clean away all of that dust. Sometimes when you have finished filing your shape, you might notice you've got a few little straggly bits of nail, so I just was making sure to get rid of those. Now I want to go in and very, very gently etch the natural nail plate. We're just doing this to remove the shine. And I'm going to do this using my Kiki London buffer. I'm being very gentle when I'm doing this. I'm avoiding going over the same spot more than once because I have already got a little bit of damage there. And also because you don't really want to be buffing or even filing away too much of that natural nail plate. You want to simply just go over the entire surface once to remove the shine so that your gel polish or your base coat has got something to grab onto. We've then gone in and applied a layer of primer, and this air dries. Whilst that's drying, I thought it'd be a good time to show you guys the brushes that I'm going to have to hand. So I always like to have my stripe liner and a round nail art brush to hand. These are my go-to brushes. And then because we're going to be doing a French, I have got the Kiki London French brush. If you haven't tried the French brush, then you need to. It is a brilliant nail art brush. Now I'm going to be using a rubber base coat. This is RB03 from the coloured rubber base range, and this is brilliant for anyone who's got weak or damaged nails. As you can see there, I've completely wiped off one side of my brush, and then I've just taken a small amount on to the other side. Now rubber base coat, as I mentioned, is great for anyone who's got weak, brittle or damaged nails like myself here. It just adds that extra layer of strength underneath your gel polish. Because it's coloured, it's going to give a nice natural tint to the nail as well. You can use this as your colour gel polish as well. So if you just wanted a natural looking base, you could go in and do 2 coats of this. And there are lots of colours available as well, and there are some Hema-free shades available as well. Now today I'm simply going to be using it as a base coat, but I opted for this colour because I'm going to be using a semi-sheer gel polish shade. As you can see, we're going to be using Nude Delight. So just by adding that hint of colour underneath, it's going to help smooth out or cover up any imperfections that are on the natural nail plate, so they're not going to show through as much if you are using a more sheerer gel polish color. So we're going to go in and do 2 coats of the gorgeous Nude Delight. Now this is kind of like a peachy nude. It has a really soft natural look to it. I think it's a brilliant one for a more warmer toned look, and that's exactly what I wanted to go for in this French, as I wanted to keep it summery. I do plan on doing the rest of my nails. I'm not sure if I'm going to do them all French, as French isn't one of my favorite things to do, but we're going to team this with a beautiful blue gel polish. So I thought I might play around and see what I can come up with for my other nails. So I'm going to do 1 coat of this, keeping our coats nice and thin so that we don't have any issues when it comes to curing. And then we're going to go in and do a 2nd coat of this gorgeous color. I'm going to apply this coat ever so slightly thicker, because I really worked that that first coat in and got it nice and thin. So I want to build up the coverage just a little bit on this 2nd coat. I do have a little bit of a dip in my thumbnail. I've always had this ever since I was little. So sometimes when I'm using more sheerer colors, you can kind of notice a bit of shadowing, which I wasn't too fussed about, but I just thought I would mention it if you thought the color looked a little bit uneven. It doesn't necessarily notice so much if I'm using a more fully opaque color, but I didn't want to go for that look today. So when we've gone in and applied our 2nd coat, as you can see the true color coming through, this is a beautiful shade. So I'm going to go in with my striped liner brush just to get this a little bit closer at that cuticle area and around the sidewall area, and any that I did happen to get on the skin or cuticles, I'm wiping off with an old round nail art brush and a little bit of alcohol. And you need to make sure that you're doing this before popping the nail in to cure. Now one thing I find quite tricky when you're working on short natural length nails is pulling the skin back when you're working on yourself. It's a lot easier when you're doing it on somebody else. So here we have 2 coats of that gorgeous Nude Delight, and as you see I did cure each coat for 30 seconds. Now for the French today, originally when I did this video I thought I'm just going to do a classic white French, but I thought no, for summer I want something more fun. So I've gone for the beautiful Sky High Blue. This is one of my favorite blues for summer. As you can see, it's really pretty. So I'm going to start off by loading up my French brush with a generous amount of gel polish. The heat today has been a little bit unbearable and I feel as though it has turned my brain to mush. So here, what I'm trying to do is just map out what I want my French to look like. So as you can see, I'm keeping the brush quite level, which is a little bit tricky because I haven't got a second hand to help me pull back that skin. So I'm trying my best not to get any on the skin, but I'm removing any that I do immediately. But ideally what you want to do is pull that skin back, lay your French brush nice and flat against the nail and map out how you want your French shape to be. Don't stress too much about getting this perfect because you can neaten it up. You can play around with your wings of your smile line, for example, if you want to make them a little bit longer, a little bit wider, if you want the tip to have a bit more depth to it, or if you want to go shorter and go for a more micro French, you can play around with it as much as you like up until you put it into cure. So don't stress too much about getting it perfect straight away. I kind of like to go in with it nice and thin and just map out and make a rough idea of how I want that French to look, because sometimes you might have an idea in your head and then when you put it on the actual nail it might not suit or it might not look how you imagined. So just keeping it nice and thin means it's a lot easier to clean up and create the shape that you want to. So here what I'm doing is I wanted this to be a little bit more round than I'd originally gone in and done it. So I'm taking my round nail art brush with some alcohol on it and just kind of carving out that smile line shape a little bit more and getting it a little bit more round. And then because I had only applied this super thin, I'm just going in with a small amount of product on that French brush again and just trying to get a little bit more of an even coat, which I was struggling with a little bit because we're working only on a short nail, so we're only applying a small tip, which I found it quite tricky at first to get a nice layer of gel polish down, but we are going to come in and do 2 coats anyway. Then at this point, I just wanted to touch this up a little bit. I was just unhappy with how it was looking. So I just went in with my striped liner brush and just evened that application of the colour out a little bit. I do find the French brush a lot easier to use when you are working on ever so slightly longer nails. The shorter the nail, the harder it seems to be. Now onto the second coat, it's a lot easier to do because you've kind of planned out the shape. So I'm just going directly over the top of that first coat of of gel polish which we've cured, using the longer part of the brush to get right down and create the wings of that smile line. And I did kind of end up elongating them just a little bit more to make a more deeper look, which wasn't what I was originally going for. Originally I was going for a little bit more of a classic French look, but then I quite liked how this looked by bringing the smile line down a little bit more and making it a bit more deeper. This is not something I normally do on short nails, but this is what I love about nail art, is you can play around and have as much fun as you want with it. And then here as well, with your second coat, you're just going to want to make sure that you clean it up and it looks as neat as you can possibly get it, because it's your second and final coat of gel polish. So we then popped that in to cure for 30 seconds, and I really felt as though these two colors, the Nude Delight and the Sky High Blue, they complemented each other perfectly. The warm peachy tones from the Nude Delight just looked beautiful against that bright blue tip. Now we are going to come in and a top coat, so I'm taking the no wipe top coat today. Normally I would opt for the rubber top coat if I'm wanting a bit more of a strengthening manicure, which ideally I did need, but I went for the no wipe top coat because I didn't want the nail to look too bulky at that tip area, because it's a very short overlay. So what I'm doing is, although I'm using the no wipe top coat rather than the rubber, I am still just floating it on, so we just get ever so slightly thicker application just to give us a little bit more structure to the nail. And then I'm very carefully capping the free edge of that as well to minimize any chipping, because I am quite hard on my nails at both work and home, so that's why I usually do prefer to add a layer of the rubber top coat. And how cutesy does this look? I think I'm thinking of doing a French on the ring finger and then maybe some plain Sky High Blue nails with some stamping, maybe even throw in an ombre. So when I do get around to finishing them off, I will try and upload a picture to Instagram. I did then just add a drop of the Sweet Peach Cuticle oil to finish, and this is the final look. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite color for a French manicure? I really hope you all enjoyed today's video. As always, all the products I've used are listed in the description box below. If you did enjoy the video, please do give it a thumbs up and hit that subscription button if you haven't already, and I shall see you in next week's video. Lots of love. Bye bye.